Nagi Seishiro is the Blue Lock stereotype of the lazy genius, a character who with little effort is able to give such impressive results. Now many people consider Nagi to be on the slow decline as a player, me being one of them. However, after a review of Nagi's plays in current feats in the manga, I might have to start defending Nagi because, if anything, he's on the up and up as a player. But before I get into that, spoilers for the Blue Lock manga, and if you're not caught up to chapter 240 of the Blue Lock manga, click off this video right now. Now Nagi's decline as a player is a widely supported theory among the Blue Lock community, and there is hard evidence to define this. The most common one pointed out is Chris Prince's analysis on Nagi when he joined England during the new Egoist League. Prince's breakdown basically stated that Nagi's overall skill level as a player is limited by the partner that he plays with. Ergo, if he's given a bad partner, his talents will be unable to shine. Now this statement is a fair one to make, and he has a reasonable backing, as from experience, Nagi's plays are reliant on a teammate, and his analysis was done by the number 2 striker in the world, so it is reasonable to conclude such. The next common point is Nagi's bid reduction in the new Egoist League, dropping by over 50% from 88 million to 43 million. Now from this, people will automatically assume that because his bid decreased, he is getting worse and worse as an overall player. Now I will come back to this statement for a later breakdown, but to keep going, the final point that people seem to bring up is Ego's breakdown of Nagi's play as well as Nagi's own self-evaluation. After Nagi's revolver volley goal, Ego declares this goal to have a sense of foreboding. And after the match against Bastard München, Nagi says that he can't truly see himself becoming the best striker in the world anymore. And yet despite all that's been presented to say that Nagi as a player is getting worse, I can effectively counter every single one of these points to bring in new ones. Now first, let's start with the analysis done by Chris Prince. Now Prince was correct in saying that Nagi's talent is relative to his partner's talent. However, I could argue the same point for a character like Isagi. Nagi and Isagi both have weapons that they have both directly stated themselves saying that they require a pass in order to do something with that said weapon. And against Ubers, Isagi himself said that he needed a player with metavision to work with in order to defeat Ubers. Isagi himself is doing exactly what Nagi has been doing since the start of the series. They both rely on partners to perform their best. It was first with Bachira, and then it was with Nagi, and then it was with Corona, and now it's with Hiyori. In the same way, it was first Reo, and then it was Isagi, and then it came back to Reo. Now, I'm not saying that Isagi is exactly like Nagi, but generally, they are similar. A common statement being said is that Nagi has zero creativity, which is also incorrect, and that returning to Reo will thereby stunt his overall growth, which is also completely wrong. Now, if the original arrangement of Nagi returning to Reo was the same as it was in the first selection, where Reo determined everything, then yes, that is a problem. But we see against Bastard München that Reo's passes aren't telling Nagi what to do. Reo is giving Nagi a pass that will let him do what he wants to do. I mean, take the revolver fake volley. Nagi gave Reo a pass in order to let Nagi challenge Isagi, but Nagi single-handedly beat Kaiser, Isagi, and Gagamaru with that play on his own. Reo didn't tell Nagi what to do, nor did he give him a blueprint. All he did was give Nagi a pass to where Nagi would want it, and then let Nagi do whatever he wants to let him beat Isagi in a one-on-one situation. Everything about that play was Nagi. And look at what is being said here. Reo says that he will become Nagi Seishiro's arms and legs, meaning instead of before where Reo believed Nagi to be his own personal treasure, Reo is now letting himself become Nagi's treasure. Need another example of Nagi's creativity? Okay, take the 2-stage volley. He was able to beat Rin with that technique, but he was the one who created it. Not Isagi, not Reo, Nagi. Nagi created that technique. Or take his 0 reset turn. Sure, Agi and Chris helped him with the idea, but Nagi is utilizing it and incorporating it himself. He's doing as he pleases with that technique. Now I mentioned I would come back to this before, but Nagi's decreased bid is not because he is now a worse player. When you look at who he was matched up against, Nagi was matched up against Rin in the PXG match, a player who has been ranked number 1 in every single Blue Lock category and selection. That, and not being able to score a goal against the best team in the entire New Egoist League, there's no proof to say that he's worse, especially since you're placing him against the number 1 player, someone who has been better than him in almost every single instance. Oh, but Chigiri was able to score, then why couldn't Nagi if Nagi is so good? That's because Chigiri's weapons and Nagi's weapons are fundamentally different. Chigiri's weapon is one that doesn't require him to receive or send passes to others and lets him play individually. His whole training regimen to refine this Golden Zone formula was built on the basis that he doesn't want to pass to anyone and he wants to break through every player by himself. Nagi's weapons do require a pass, and the only technique that doesn't require a pass is a 0 reset turn. but from that instance, he can't really do much from a standing position after performing said reset turn, especially against the top player in Blue Lock. The bottom line is that Nagi's overall development and skill as a player are not declining, simply because of his overall bid, matchups, or who he works with. If you truly believe that Nagi is getting worse as a player, I totally respect your opinion, but I do ask that you take a second look on his new teamwork with Leo, as well as the situations that make you believe that he is failing. But besides that, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And for the question of the video, do you guys think that Nagi will ever attempt to recreate his revolver fake volley? Please leave me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, like and subscribe for more content just like this.